Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Steffi, and in today's video we are going to be discussing all things about how to start journaling in 2022. Now, journaling can mean a number of different things. 9 times out of 10 when someone suggests journaling, it is very therapeutic, it is very rewarding, it is very what else? It's just very calming and relaxing and just something that quite a few people actually turn to. But if you're brand new here and you have no idea what journaling is, then we are going to discuss it. We are going to go through it because journaling may actually work for you, or it may not. You never know. Now, there is a couple different kinds of journaling. There is just your normal standard writing journaling, but there is also bullet journaling as well. Now, I did actually try to do a bullet journal once, and I am no artist. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest. I printed out loads of different pictures and things that I found on Pinterest and like ideas, and I literally put the printed picture up to my window and I traced it because I really liked it. I knew I couldn't draw it anyway, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to transfer it into my bullet journal, and it came out awful, but you know, with a couple of tries, it was fine. So there are those kind of journals as well as ones that are already pre-done. Now, these are my 2 journals that I have. They are both guided journals, which to me I find is going to help me the most. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I've been journaling for the last year or however long. I too am new to it, but I wanted to give off in today's video what I have learned so far from it and what you can potentially achieve from it as well. So I find with guided journals, they are fantastic. Now, I have 2 different ones. I have a day one, so a daily one, and I also have a week one as well. So there are so many different ones out there that you can choose from, or you can just create your own. You know, you don't even need to have a guided one necessarily. As long as you've got a notebook or even a pen and paper, just sit down and start writing what's in your head or what comes out of your head. And the best times to start journaling as well is either first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. Or if you are during the day, you know, and you happen to have a notebook with you or even your phone as well, you can do it digitally as well, but I prefer pen to paper personally. So there is so many different ways and times of the day as well that you can sit down and journal. Sometimes people aren't practical and they aren't able to carry a notebook, which is why a phone is a lot better, but personally I much prefer pen to paper, like I've said. However, there are so many amazing journal apps out there as well. There is the 5-minute journal app, I believe it's called. I'm sure it's called that name as such, which I did actually start beginning of this year, and then I realized I don't really like doing it digitally. It is what it is. I prefer sitting down and writing pen to paper. However, I have actually missed a couple of days journaling because I feel like sometimes with my headspace that I feel like I'm just writing things for the sake of it, which is why I have a weekly one as well. So I do go between the 2. I don't take them everywhere with me. At the end of the day, there is no right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong way to do it. It is your own experience and your own take on it. If you don't want to do a daily one or even a weekly one, you know, you can just do it whenever you feel like you need to do it at the end of the day, or you want to. There is no pressure that you have to do it day by day, which I feel like I kind of fell into with the day by day one, purchasing that one, and I've now learned from it, which is great. But with the day by day one, because I'm able to sit there and actually write, you know, the dates up here, I can do whatever date I like to. So with the day by day guided one, this is from the company Papier. Or Papier, I never know how to pronounce them, but they are great. I got this for Christmas, and it's also personalized as well. I do have my name up top here as well, but this is what my one looks like. Guided wellness journal, this one, and initially the pages are the date, your intention for the day, what sleep you got. There's little moons as well for the hours to colour in, what activity you're doing, your meals. There's water as well with little symbols to fill in, a self-care box, and then on the other side there is your moods up top in the corner as well, which is great, as well as what went well today, thoughts and feels, today I'm thankful for, etc. But on the thoughts and feels, there is kind of like a bullet journal kind of design where you can literally just draw, you can create tables, you can do anything, which is nice because I do like this one a lot. I love having a physical book. I am very much a holding book kind of gal. I must admit, I haven't journaled since the 2nd of January and the date is whatever it is today. I feel sometimes it can be a bit pushy, But that is down to me, and that is my self-discovery and my journey of journaling. And I just want to sit here and say that to you at the end of the day, you know, just because you have these journals, please don't feel pressured that you have to do it day by day, you know. So maybe a not guided journal may be more beneficial for you, I don't know, or, you know, even just writing things down in a notebook. So if you are stuck with, you know, not wanting to get a guided journal because you may have heard my experience and maybe a bit like, that's not for me, or it could work really well for you, then by all means. But if it doesn't work out for you, there are so many journal prompts available on Google as well, which is great. So I'm really interested in to see if any of you guys do journal already and what your experiences are and how you feel about journaling initially, and if you've got any journal prompts that you really like. I always like to sit down and write, you know, 3 things that I'm thankful for the day, even if it's something so simple, even if it's something, you know, so I'm grateful that I had a glass of water today. There are some people out there that don't have that privilege. You know, it doesn't have to be so deep all the time. It can be something so simple that, you know, you kind of look at the world and how privileged you are, and you kind of look at how, you know, some people are less fortunate out there, unfortunately, and, you know, a simple glass of water can mean so much to someone else, but maybe you don't always take it for granted. Now, I don't want this to come across that, you know, you should be constantly grateful and you should constantly, you know, feel sorry and things like that, and that's not kind of what I'm trying to get at, but I'm just kind of touching base on it because it is very important at the end of the day. Everyone should be grateful for what we have. Now, I'm sure you watching are not grateful, and please don't take that the wrong way, of course, but I just feel like, you know, with these gratitude journals, these wellness journals, just journaling in general is just so important that, you know, so many people get so lost, and I do as well, and I have done so many times that, you know, when I was sat there trying to figure out what I was grateful for, I couldn't really think of anything. Journaling is also, it can be very good to kind of vent things as well. Now, I know I'm kind of saying very positive things about journaling, of course, but if you need to sit down and you need to vent something, or you need to get something out of your head, then journaling is definitely one of the best things to do that for, because initially you are just sat there and you've got so much in your head going on, and maybe it is really going to help you with, you know, just sitting there and literally writing out what your head is. Or have you ever felt so angry with someone and you're going to start an argument, and then you actually take a step back and write it down? Or many times I've been so angry in a situation, I've written it out as a tweet, and then when I've read it back before I press send, I've actually just deleted it because I'm like, what am I doing? It's pointless. There is no need for me to address this problem to the world when I can just calm down, realize what I've written, take it in, and look for a better solution at the end of the day. You know, there doesn't have to be negativity all the time. So being able to write things down, whether it is digitally or handwritten, really can help you as well in that sense. You really need to be in a really kind of comfortable area. You know, you need to kind of make sure everything is calm and good because if you're really stressed or really angry, I know I'm kind of just contradicting myself from saying if you're really angry, write it down, but it kind of depends. If you need to vent something out, vent something out. If you want to sit down and journal, you need to make sure that you're in a very calm headspace. So, you know, you don't want to journal about positive things when you're really angry or frustrated or upset necessarily, because the negativity from that is just going to make you end up resenting journaling, and it's going to turn it around, and you will feel more like, oh, last time I journaled I was really angry or really upset or, you know, really frustrated. I don't want to do that. I'm going to feel like that again. So you need to make sure that your area is really surrounding, very nice. Light some candles, burn some incense sticks, you know, just make sure you're all calm. You can either do some stretching, do some yoga, you can even meditate before. There are so many different things that you can do before it to really kind of set your head right, and it's really going to help initially when you get into that. And you can journal for however long you want. You know, I go out and I see people sat there writing, and I'm like, okay, you could either be writing a book, of course, or you could be journaling. And it's really fascinating to see, because initially at first I'm like, how and why have you got so much to write about? But it can be about absolutely anything, and that's what I really, really like with journaling. There's no rules at all. So again, like I said, with the guided journals, how they did have all of those things, you know, the dates, the mood count, you know, bits and pieces like that. If you are not going for a guided journal and you are literally just grabbing a notebook or literally just grabbing a pen and paper, then make sure you keep note of the dates, the time, the location, and your mood. You can of course do other things as well. So say if you're listening to music at the same time, say if you're watching something in the background, that can be a little distracting, so I probably wouldn't recommend that. But if that's what works for you, that's what works for you. You can also, you know, describe your location as well. So okay, I'm in my bedroom, I've got a candle lit, you know, I've got some really nice calm relaxing zen music playing, you know, kind of describe your location, and you may feel a lot more comfortable in that sense, and then you'll be able to sit down and really kind of open up and be like, okay, so this is how I'm feeling. And again, if you are stuck for journal prompts, there are so many online for you to find. So do let me know in the comments below if you already journal, if you're interested in journaling, if you've got any journaling prompts that you love, that you journal with, to give others as well. That is amazing. You know, we are a community here, we want to share our ideas, share our prompts and things like that as well. But if you don't want to comment down below and you want to talk a little bit more private, please do head over to my Instagram. It is at selflovewithstephy. I'll be more than welcome and more than happy to chat there and things like that, and go from there really. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, but when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell, and then that way you'll be notified when I next upload, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video soon. Bye!